Hey, hello everybody. Here's my next installment of paintings. I know I showed you this one last time, but I didn't have any close-ups of it. And I wanted to show you the lilies on the bottom. I think they're lilies. No, they're irises. Yeah. Well, they could be lilies. I don't know. I don't know the difference. Anyway, here's a close-up of them. I didn't paint them in detail. I just put blobs of purple and white down there, and they came out pretty good, I think. Um, anyway, it is a dark painting down on the bottom. It's pretty dark. There's no sunlight down there. And the sunflower up on top, the one that's bright on the top and dark on the bottom, I'll show you what influenced me to do this painting was this picture right here. I bought a bunch of sunflower seeds and I planted them and they grew. And one day when they had bloomed and it was getting dark, I went outside and I took a picture, and the flash was on the camera. And it just so happened that it came out where the flower was lighter on the top and darker on the bottom, and that kind of inspired me to paint it that way. Also, the little smaller ones, they're basically in the dark, or there's less light on the smaller ones. And anyway, that's what I did. I was looking at this painting and I thought, hey, that would look good. So that explains the sunflowers in this painting. Even though it was the flash on the camera, I think the sun could do the same thing to this. If a certain time of day the sun just hits the top of the flowers and the rest is dark or fairly dark. This is one of my favorite paintings right now. I mean, I really like it. I like the combination of the colors of the purple and the yellow and the brown. I just like it. That's very rare for me to like a painting, but this one I like. I'm making a frame for it, and I will coat it with varnish and put it in the frame. But as you can see, it's oil paint. You can tell because I signed it on the right. If it's signed on the left, it's acrylic. Okay, now this next one is from that park that I told you about. There's a park near my house, and it's about, I don't know, 75 or 80% swamp, and the rest, the rest is a park. They have a walkway that you can walk through it. It's built up off the ground, and it's pretty nice. I mean, it's a nice park. Hardly anyone goes there for some reason. I don't know why, but it's really a cool place. So what I did one day, I went in there and I took pictures, of a couple of scenes that looked nice, and I brought them home. A couple days later, I was looking at the pictures, and that's where this came from. That's also the one fireflies. Actually, both fireflies came from that park. Although we don't have any fireflies, but I thought I'd put them in there. But yeah, so this here is the exact same scene as the fireflies, except there's no fireflies. Also, I was trying to do the Spanish moss that hangs in the trees. I mean, it's all over down here. There's a ton of it, and I was happy with that. It came out pretty good. But anyway, that's where this painting came from. Was that park? I kind of like it. Looks good on the wall. That's acrylic, by the way. All right. Where are we at? Oh, it's coming up. Hold on. Hey, I'd like to thank everybody for showing up and looking at this stuff. It's nice when you leave comments. Go ahead, leave a comment. If it's good or bad, it doesn't matter. I just like to read the comments. All right, here you go. Now this one. Okay, this one is, as you can see, a bunch of blackbirds in a dead tree. I don't know exactly why I created this. I have no clue. It's not really black and white, even though that's what it looks like, but it's not. There is a little bit of color in there. Very little, but there is some. There's one live branch on the left. That's about it. There are a bunch of crows flying to the tree. A couple of my friends asked me, what does this mean? What is this? And I'll tell you the truth, it means nothing to me. It's just a dead tree with a bunch of birds. It's funny because whenever anybody asks, what's this all about? Why did you paint this? What is the meaning here? I always say to them, well, what does it mean to you? Because it means nothing to me. It's just a bunch of blackbirds in a dead tree. And I think you could assume it's nighttime. A starlit night. It is oil. And like I say, I don't know why I painted it. I have another one of the crows. But the tree has leaves. But it's kind of the same thing, it's just a bunch of crows in a tree. This one is a bunch of crows in a dead tree. And like I said, it really doesn't mean anything to me. But it's kind of nice. I like it. And, I like to mess with people's heads. They think there's some profound, deep meaning. Well, if there is to you, that's good. I shook up your brain a little bit. But to me, like I said, it doesn't mean anything. Bunch of birds in a dead tree. All right, now this one. Okay, I was watching videos. I don't remember who I was watching, but it was all the person was using knives, a lot of knives. It might have been Bob Ross. I don't remember. I don't know. But anyway, a friend of mine said that he has one of his favorite paintings is by this guy named oh boy, I forgot his name. Hold it, I'll find it. Richard Gilbert. Richard Gilbert, and he has paintings in London. And in fact, here comes one of them right now. I was talking about painting with knives, and he brought this guy up. And I looked at this picture for about 10 seconds, and I said, yeah, I'm going to paint that. All right, well, that's the guy, the guy that I painted. I mean, I only looked at it for 10 seconds. So I couldn't really remember. I think that's a woman, I think. I don't know. But mine is definitely not a woman. And it's, what I did was I bought some real cheap knives on Amazon. I think they're called palettes. We used to call them palettes when we decorated cakes. A cake knife that you decorate with is called a palette. Anyway, I ordered some from Amazon, and I got the cheapest ones available. In fact, 4 out of 6 of them are already broken, but I glued them back together. They still work. But anyway, like I say, I looked at that painting for 10 seconds, and then, I don't know, the next day I think it was, I took the knives out, and this one is in black and white. Um, Now, what this reminded me of, right at this time that I painted this, was the 2020 elections. And remember how long it took to determine who won? Remember, they didn't know for, it seems like a couple of weeks. I don't know. It was a long time. It wasn't like normal elections where, by 2 o'clock in the morning, you knew who won. The 2020 was a lot different. So that's what I named this painting, was the 2020 election. Now this one here, like I said, this guy's name is Richard Gilbert. He's got a lot of stuff in London. He's not real expensive. The paintings of his are, $600, $800. But anyway, that's my buddy that I know from the Sunday afternoon show. If you ever want to have a good time and some laughs and all that, come to Sunday afternoon. The name of the website is Twitch, and I broadcast at, it's Lardo4444 on Twitch. TWITCH. So anyway, Sunday, 12 noon Eastern time. Twitch. TWITCH. And you gotta look for Lardo4444. Hey, I'll see you there. I gotta go. I gotta eat.